What else can I say except hello, here we are back together again. It is so nice to have your company here today. We are back once more, live as live can be. It is so nice to be back here in the birthplace of the English language. You know where it is, I know where it is, we all know where it is. Come on, Mr. Duncan, get on with it. We haven't got all day. Stop messing about.
Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat. Learn together and have fun.
We are having fun today. It is so nice to have you here coming my way. I only have one thing to say. Hi everybody. This is Mr. Duncan in England. How are you today? Are you okay? I hope so. Are you happy? Are you having a good day? Do you have one of these on your face? If you don't, it's okay. It doesn't matter. If you are not feeling very happy, I will try my best to put a smile on your face. My name is Mr. Duncan. I talk about the English language. I've been doing this for a very long time. How long, Mr. Duncan? How long have you been doing it for? Thank you for asking. I've been doing this for nearly 20 years. Imagine starting something today, a new thing, a hobby, some sort of thing you are interested in. Imagine starting to do that thing or study that thing today, and then you continue doing it until 2046. That is 20 years, and that is how long sorry about that. That light was really annoying me. Do you ever have that problem? Sometimes lights are annoying. That light over there was really starting to make me angry. So imagine doing something for 20 years, the same thing, teaching English on YouTube. I started this many years ago when YouTube was still, it was still a baby. It was still very young. It was still learning how to walk way back in 2006 when I first started doing this. And here I am still doing it. And yes, some people do ask, Mr. Duncan, why? Why are you still here doing this after 20 years? Well, I'm going to tell you today because we have a family, the English Addict family. That is, of course, myself, Mr. Steve, but also you out there in YouTube land. Last weekend, we had the most amazing time. We met up with some of our lovely English addicts, and we had an amazing time in London. Would you like to see what happened last weekend in London? You would? Okay, let's have a look right now. Hi everybody, this is Mr. Duncan. We have made it to London and now we are in the hustle and bustle of the capital city. But of course now we have King Charles II living in that big house over there. I'm sure you know where it is. It is, of course, Buckingham Palace. I think today, I think the King is actually at home because the flag is flying. If you notice, you might notice the flag is actually up there flying away, which means King Charles is at home. We are looking forward to also meeting up with Christina Beatrice, Francesca, and all of the lovely English addicts. And there it was, the big rendezvous that took place last week. You can see there on the photograph, we have myself, we also have Francesca, Mr. Steve, Christina, Beatrice, and also our special guest, Rosanna as well. Rosanna, like the song by Toto. And also in the middle, a young lady who came to join us very briefly called AK from Burma. Unfortunately, she had some friends to meet and could not stay with us for very long. So there it was, last week's super duper English addict rendezvous that took place in London. Although we did have some problems, some slight problems as well. When we came to do the live stream last Sunday, there were problems with the live stream itself, not my equipment. There is nothing wrong with my equipment. I went to the doctor's last week and he said all of my equipment is working perfectly. So it wasn't that. So I think somewhere there must have been some type of security blocking my live stream, because we were doing the live stream right outside the Houses of Parliament. So perhaps that was the reason why. Anyway, despite that, we had the most amazing time in London, a busy place. It was so packed. When we describe something as being packed, it means full. There are many people there. It was packed. The streets were so busy. Tourists go to London. People spending a few days away. Maybe they live just outside London and they like to visit for the weekend. And of course, last week, there was also the football matches taking place as well. So we had Paris and also Arsenal playing football games last week. That also caused a lot of disruption in the capital city. But we did have a great time. We met up with lots of lovely English addicts. We had a great time, and I hope you enjoyed it as well if you were there. Of course, I am talking to Christina, Francesca, Rosanna, and the birthday girl. Oh yes, I haven't forgotten the birthday girl. Tomorrow it is the birthday of Beatrice. For tomorrow, Beatrice, watching in Argentina, happy birthday to you. From myself, Mr. Duncan, Mr. Steve, and everyone here at English Addict. I hope you have a really nice birthday in Argentina. And once again, it was great meeting you all last week, even though it was hot. The weather last week was really hot. 34, maybe even 35 degrees last week in London. So it was quite hot, I will be honest with you. It was a little uncomfortable. However, one of the wonderful things about London is there is always somewhere to eat and drink. There is no shortage of places to actually refresh yourself. So that's the good thing. We had a wonderful riverboat cruise as well, which you saw in that video. We went along the River Thames and checked out some of the local landmarks in London. So many things. We had lots of food to eat, including Italian food, and also we had some Chinese food as well. The large area in London known as Chinatown, we went there and we experienced some of the most amazing Chinese food as well. All I can say is it was really good to get reacquainted with London and also to meet up with my English addicts again. So I hope you enjoyed that. It is just a shame, it is a pity that we couldn't have the live stream last week, but unfortunately there were circumstances that were out of my control. Situations were occurring that I could not control. And unfortunately, the live stream did not happen. But we are here today. We are live. It is Sunday. We have a brand new month as well. Welcome to June, everyone. June. People get excited in England when June arrives because that is the official start of summer. Even though at the moment it doesn't feel like summer because we've had a lot of rain over the past couple of days. It's been very windy as well. Even though today we have 18 Celsius and it is also cloudy. For some people, of course, it is nice because when the temperature drops, people become more relaxed. A lot of people don't like the hot weather. They are not keen on hot weather. Some people like it and some people don't. Personally, I don't mind it. I quite like the hot weather, to be honest. We have a lot of things coming up today. We have some nature to look at, some lovely moments of time taking place in my garden, which I was lucky enough to be able to film during the week after my return from the capital. Also, we have today's big subject. We are looking at relationships. Generally, in English, how we express relationships. Generally, whether it's friendship or maybe something more intimate, or perhaps the way you interact or behave with other people in a group. Perhaps at work or in a social situation. So we are looking at that as well today. Of course, we are playing Guess the Picture Idiom. That is coming up later as well. And, oh my goodness, we have today's mystery object as well coming up in a few moments from now. Really busy day. Can I say hello to the live chat? A lot of people on here. And yes, we have the winner. The winner, who was first on today's live chat? Oh, it is the birthday girl, Beatrice. Congratulations. Happy birthday for tomorrow, and also well done. You are first on today's live chat. Sorry about me fighting that light earlier, but that light was really annoying me. I had a feeling earlier that that light over there was going to really annoy me. And guess what? It did. So I do apologise for the fight that I had a few moments ago with the light. I received some lovely gifts, by the way. I will show you a couple of gifts that I received. Wonderful gifts. We also have Valentin here today. Maurizio is also here. Vitas is also live on the chat. We have Paco. Hello, Paco. Nice to see you here today. I don't know why, but my fingers, I don't know why, my fingers are a little bit sticky. And I don't know why. Why are my fingers so sticky? The problem is when your fingers get sticky, you find it hard to operate the touch screen on your phone. So apologies for my sticky fingers. Hello, Barry. Hello, Pyone. Hello, Pyone. Nice to see you here as well. I don't recognise your name. Is it your first time? Please let me know. And of course, he is here. We were a little sad. We were a little upset because he wasn't joining us last weekend when we had our lovely rendezvous. But he was there. He was there watching my videos that I made in London. Of course, it is the one, the only Luis Mendes is here today. Hello, Luis. Nice to have your company here on this Sunday, as it always is. A pleasure to have you here. Who else is on the live chat? We also have Mila Javadi. Mila Javadi. Hello to you. I like your name, by the way. All I hope is that I have pronounced it correctly. Also, Aziz. 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 I haven't seen you for a long time. Where have you been? Where have you been hanging around? Have you been doing other things? I think so. I really do, because a lot of people are busy these days. Have you noticed how busy life is these days? I don't know why. I was saying to Steve the other day that life seems more hectic. Is it my imagination? Am I just imagining it? Or has life really become more busy? Thank you, Duncan, for your English. It is magnificent, aristocratic. Greetings, and also a lovely like as well. You are welcome. Thank you very much. We also have, I don't want to forget anyone because I always get into trouble, the gentle gastronome is here as well. Hello, Mr. Duncan, and happy birthday to Beatrice. Yes, Beatrice will be another day older tomorrow. Don't forget, you must never, ever ask a lady her age. Never. Unless, of course, you like being slapped in the face. If you like that sort of thing, then feel free. Argus or Agus is here. When you say the city was packed, does it mean you could wrap it up nicely and send it as a lovely gift? No. If something is packed, it can also mean busy or full. A city can be packed with people. It means there are lots and lots of people in that actual place. But it is a good thing to mention because packed can also mean things that have been put in a certain place for storage. Or maybe if you are going on holiday, you will pack your suitcase. You will put your luggage into a case before you go away. You are right. Inaki says, Mr. Duncan, we think that you still have some sticky dessert on your fingers. I can't smell anything on my fingers. You will be pleased to hear, but maybe, I don't know. Perhaps they are sticky from all of the sweet things I was eating in London. And I did eat a lot of food. Quite a lot. Too much, even. Christina is here as well. Hello, Christina. Didn't we have a lot of fun last week? Wasn't it fun? There were moments where things did not go right. But I have to say, did you notice I stayed very calm? I was upset, but I stayed calm. Did you notice that? Even though things were going wrong, I still stayed cool. To stay cool, to stay calm, means you don't get upset. Especially when something is going wrong. If something is not going your way, it is easy to become upset. So quite often when things go wrong, it is best to stay calm. I think so. I received some very interesting gifts last week. Francesca gave me a very interesting gift. In fact, 2 gifts. Do you like these? So these are buttons that you press, and each one, as you can probably guess, says a certain thing. For example, yes and no. So if you press the button, it will actually say that thing. In fact, there are some variations of what they say. Would you like to have a listen? So for example, if I were to say to you, do you enjoy learning English with Mr. Duncan? You might say, yes. Perhaps you might feel sad about something. If Mr. Duncan stopped teaching English, would you feel happy about it?
For the last time, no.
No. So thank you, Francesca, for these. I have been using these so much with Mr. Steve. It is driving him absolutely crazy. So something you like.
Yeah, baby.
Something you don't like.
No.
What was that?
No.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch what you said.
No.
What?
N-O.
Okay.
Well, yes.
Fine. I'm glad we sorted that out. So thank you, Francesca. Thank you for all the gifts. But I have to say, these are crazy. They really are. And I've been using them so much. So I don't even have to have an argument anymore with Mr. Steve. I don't have to shout. All I have to do is press one of these buttons. And that is it. That is the conversation finished. I really do like those. I can't stop playing with them, can I?
Yes.
No, I can't stop playing with them.
No.
Is that correct or not?
Give me a Y. Give me an E. Give me an S. Yeah.
I could play with those all day and not get bored. Trust me. Thank you once again. I hope you have a great birthday, Beatrice, as well. I hope you have a really good time as well. I have something nice to show you in a few moments from now, but we do like looking at English words. I love English very much. In fact, I wish I could marry the English language. I do. Here is an interesting word that we often use when we want to have a conversation, an honest and open conversation. This is the word we often use. The word is frank. Now, I know what you're going to say. Mr. Duncan, Frank is actually a male name, but it can also be used as well in English to express a certain type of conversation. To be frank with someone is to speak truthfully and openly. Sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes you must speak openly, directly. A certain subject must be talked about. To be frank with someone is to speak truthfully and openly. For example, you hold a frank discussion about an important issue. Maybe you need to get together in a group and discuss something urgently or openly, honestly. You have a frank discussion. A frank chat or talk so as to calm a situation. So maybe if there is some worry or some pressure, something that is worrying you, perhaps sometimes it is necessary to have a frank conversation, to have a frank discussion with someone. To talk openly in an attempt to solve a problem. You are trying to put something right, a problem, something that may or may not cause difficulty in the future, something that people are avoiding talking about. You might need to have a frank conversation, direct, open, honest. A very interesting word, in fact, that can be used in many ways. The action of speaking honestly. So, an honest conversation might also be described as frank. You are having a frank conversation. One is speaking frankly. The adverb, you are describing the way in which someone is doing that particular thing. They are speaking frankly, in an open way. They are being honest with those around them. A frank discussion is normally carried out so as to clear up any doubts or misunderstandings. We often describe this as clearing the air. To clear the air means to remove all of the tension or the pressure or the anxiety. You clear the air. So we can use this figuratively to mean resolve the situation or take away any conflict or worry, normally amongst a group of people who are together, to clear the air. Quite often, if you want to clear the air, you will have to have a frank conversation. You will have to talk about something directly. Frank is the adjective. Frankly is the adverb, the way you are doing it. You have a frank conversation that describes the nature of the actual conversation, and frankly is how you are doing it. You are doing it frankly. You are talking in an open and honest way. I have to say, I think in life it is good to have a frank and open conversation with other people, especially in relationships. Oh, Mr. Duncan, we saw what you did there. We are talking about relationships today. The many different types of relationships that exist in all of our lives. All of that coming up a little bit later on. We will have a quick break and then I am back. We have the mystery object. We also have a lovely moment, a beautiful moment of nature that is taking place right now in my garden. All of that coming in a few moments from now. yes. Do you like cows?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Me too. English Addict is with you today.
Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat. Learn together and have fun.
Okay. I won't press the button again today. Will I? Will I press the button again? I wonder. Is it yes or no?
Well, yes.
Okay then. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. English Addict is with you today. My name is Mr. Duncan. I am the strange humanoid staring out of your mobile device. And we are here today talking about the English language on this beautiful day. By the way, it is a beautiful day. We have nice weather, even though it is a little bit windy outside. But you can see lots of blossom now on the trees. We have the most amazing season taking place. Of course, it is summer, and a lot of people do get excited at this time of year because they love summer very much. Would you like to see something lovely that is happening in my garden? Something amazing is happening. All of the birds are now taking care of their babies. And imagine my surprise a couple of days ago when in my garden I found a male woodpecker feeding its baby. And guess what? I was able to film it. Isn't that lovely? A little baby great spotted woodpecker being taken care of by its parents in my garden. Imagine my excitement when I saw that. And they are out there right now. They are actually in the garden right now because I can hear them sometimes making their little sounds, their little noises. And of course, here in the studio, I have my own great spotted woodpecker as well. Not a real one. That would not go very well. I hope you are having a good day today because it is Sunday and now we are into June. 7 days already into June. In just a few weeks from now, it's my birthday. Can you believe it? In a few weeks. I think it's around about 7 weeks. 7 weeks, my birthday, another year older. Time really does feel as if it's going by quickly. We have a mystery object today. We are going to show you something on the screen, and all I have to do is ask you to tell me all about it. If you don't know about it, it's all right. It doesn't matter, because I will tell you what it is and what it does right after you have had your guesses. So here it comes, today's mystery object. What is the object?
What is the object? Do you know what it could be? Do you know what is the object? Have a guess and we will see. Have a guess and we will see.
Yeah, here we go then. We have today's mystery object. All you have to do is guess what it is. That's all you have to do. It's simple, really. It's ever so easy. So here it is, today's mystery object. This is something that you see often, maybe in an office or in a school, or perhaps you have one or two of these in your house. However, they can be used, they can be described in many different ways. Here it is, today's mystery object. Yep. Oh, something you see quite often in an office, maybe something you use for a certain purpose. However, this particular thing looks simple, but it has many different uses, many designs. There are many types of this particular thing. I am going to take you through all of the information concerning today's mystery object. But I suppose I should ask you, because I am a fair person, I like to be fair. It's the only way to be in this world. What do you think it is? What do you call it in your language? How do you describe this in English? Or maybe you have your own word or your own term for this particular thing. However, it is a useful thing. I can tell you now, it is something I use in my studio quite often for certain reasons, certain things that I do. Sometimes I write things down using one of these. For example, a few weeks ago, I used it to write this on a piece of paper. It was an English word that I featured a few weeks ago on my English Addict. So it is a useful thing. You will see it in many places. Perhaps in school you will see it. Maybe the students or the children will use these to make something. Very good for creating things. Very good for expressing yourself in certain ways, in writing or as a picture. So this particular object, even though it is very simple, a very simple object, it has many uses, and we are going to have a look as soon as I give the answer. Thank you, Inaki. Thank you also, Christina. Beatrice also. Yes, that is one type of pen. You are right. Kelu or Kilu also has a guess. Yes, very good. And also we have, joining us today, we have, oh, Kelu. Where are you from? I don't recognize your name. Is it your first time here on the live chat? Christina says, I use one of these when I want to write things down. So I would imagine many people can understand what this is. However, I will give you the answer and we will take a quick look at this particular item. The answer is, this particular thing is a marker pen. Marker. Something that creates a mark. Any shape, any size. Normally using your hand. you use one of these to make a mark. Maybe a line, like that. Or maybe you are writing something. Quite often we use these when we want to make something clear or large. We will often use one of these. There are many environments where you can use one of these as well. You can use this in a classroom as a teacher. So there are many ways of using this particular thing. And yes, it is a marker pen. A marker pen is a type of ink pen used for writing on flat surfaces. So normally you will use this for writing on paper or card, or maybe on a large surface, such as a whiteboard. So this particular thing has many uses. There are different types of marker pen. There is the permanent ink. This particular one cannot be removed. It is permanent. So once you write with that pen, you cannot remove it. Then we have the temporary. Temporary ink can be removed. The marker pen is temporary. So you can write something and then remove it easily. Permanent is there forever. Temporary is there for a short period of time until it is removed. So there are many ways of discussing and talking about this particular item. The marker pen ink can be either permanent or temporary. Not always. Temporary marker pens are used on whiteboards. So you will often see a temporary marker used on whiteboards. They are used quite often in classrooms. You might write something on a whiteboard. Now, I remember as a child when I went to school, we did not have whiteboards. We didn't have whiteboards when I was at school. We had the old chalkboards, or as we used to call them, blackboards. And you would write on the blackboard in chalk. The old-fashioned way is what some people say nowadays. Mr. Duncan, we don't use chalk on the blackboard anymore. It's modern times. We now use whiteboards and marker pens. However, you must always use a temporary marker pen. And of course, temporary marker ink can be wiped off easily. It means you can remove it quickly. You are writing something down on the board. Your students will copy that thing or discuss that thing. And then once you've finished with it, you wipe the board. You remove the writing from the whiteboard. As I just said, permanent marker ink can't be wiped off at all. And I know many people who have used a permanent marker pen on a whiteboard. And we all know what happens then. That thing is there forever. You can't get rid of it. It won't go away. You can scrub, you can rub, you can wipe. You might get rid of it. It might eventually go away, but you will probably also damage the whiteboard doing it. So if you use a permanent marker on a whiteboard, it will never go away. It will be there forever. And a lot of people have done that. I've done it in my life. I've used the wrong pen on the whiteboard I've used a permanent one instead of one that is temporary. Marker pens have many different designs. There are many different types of marker pen. And you can see here, these are a particular type of marker pen which can be used for making something clear. If you want to read something quickly, you can use these in a very convenient way to help you to find something fast. These are called highlighter pens. A highlighter is something that allows one thing to stand out or be noticed easily. So these are great for helping you to see something clearly. These pens allow certain things to be highlighted, to stand out more clearly. If you are looking for important paragraphs or sentences, you will often use a highlighter pen. They are commonly used in offices, or maybe if you are just making notes, and instead of writing them down, you just highlight the things you want to remember. You can highlight text on a page. So you can see here, this is what we are doing here with this pen. You highlight something. To highlight is to show clearly or to make something brighter. You highlight something. You are literally lighting something up or making something appear more clearly. That is why we use those particular types of pen. They are very useful for showing up something, to making it more clearly. But what about the opposite? You can hide text on a page. You can use a black marker pen. It can be used to hide text. So quite often, if you don't want people to see something, if you want to remove it or hide it, you can use a black marker pen to hide that thing. Again, a very useful tool. A black marker pen is great for making signs. If you want to put something in your shop window, quite often you will use a black marker pen to write your sign with. And then the writing will stand out. It will be clear. You can see it easily. It can be easily seen. A black marker pen is often used to write signs. Marker pens come in different colours, many different colours. I have some here in my studio just to prove that I do use them. So I do use them. You see, there is one. There is a marker pen for a whiteboard. So I have a red one here. Sometimes I want to write things down on a piece of paper and make it clear. So this is not permanent. This is temporary. So we can use this on a whiteboard and then clean the ink off. And I have a black one as well. The black one is very useful for writing signs or for hiding something on a piece of paper. Maybe you want to fill in something with black ink. This is very useful. It's a very useful way of doing it. So marker pens come in many different colours. We can also describe these in other ways. We can describe these as felt tip pens. A felt tip pen. It's one of these. Or of course we can say fibre tip. A fibre tip pen. They are also known as felt tip pens or fibre tip pens because the end of the actual pen, the part that you put on the paper, is made of fibre. and then it will absorb the ink easily. And then you can transfer the ink from the pen to the paper. So this is a very interesting and also important thing in my studio, and I would imagine in your life as well. I would imagine that many people use these every day of their lives, because I know I do. I know they are very useful things. So that is today's mystery object. But now, of course, it is no longer a mystery because you know what it is.
What is the object? Do you know what it could be? Do you know what is the object? Have a guess and we will see. Have a guess and we will see.
So there it was, today's mystery object, another one coming next week. We are coming up to 5 minutes. No, I'm wrong. We are coming up to 4 minutes away from 3 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon. What a great time for looking at those lovely words and phrases of the English language. Coming up in a few moments from now, we are looking at relationships. Relationships, they make up all of our lives. Each person in their life will have different types of relationship. People you know well, people you know casually, people you work with, your family, your friends, and even your lover as well. All of that coming up in a few moments from now. We will take a very quick break and then we will return. And we will look at some words and phrases connected to relationships, all sorts of things coming up today. I am still excited because we had the most amazing rendezvous last week. And if you missed the video, I will show it again before we leave. We will have a quick break. I will have a drink of water and then we will continue with this. As I mentioned last week, we were in London, so I can't resist showing you this. Again, some of the highlights of our lovely rendezvous last week. Hi everybody, this is Mr. Duncan. We have made it to London and now we are in the hustle and bustle of the capital city. But of course now we have King Charles II living in that big house over there. I'm sure you know where it is. It is, of course, Buckingham Palace. I think today, I think the King is actually at home because the flag is flying. If you notice, you might notice the flag is actually up there flying away, which means King Charles is at home. We are looking forward to also meeting up with Christina, Beatrice, Francesca, and all of the lovely English addicts. We had the most amazing time last week, and there you can see all of the English addicts together having a super duper time.
Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat. Learn together and have fun.
Are we having a good time? Are we having fun?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, good. Just checking. I have to make sure. English Addict is with you today. It's lovely to have your company. Argus or Agus. Let's be frank, shall we? Yes, let's unvarnish the cruel truth. Whatever. It sounds frightening, doesn't it? Yes, you are right. Having a discussion that is open and honest can quite often be the hardest thing you have to do in your life. To be honest, to be frank. You are right. Yes, it can be difficult. Human beings are not very good at being honest with each other. Have you noticed? Have you noticed how sometimes people lie and cheat each other? And we always return to the same question. Why? Why do we keep doing this? Why do we keep hurting each other? Why can't we all just get along, be friends, and maybe now and again have a frank discussion? Be honest and open. But I do agree with you. Yes, it can be very difficult. It is not an easy thing to do. We have a lot of things to look at today. We've looked at nature. We've looked at our lovely rendezvous last week in London. There are some videos also on my YouTube channel of my adventures as well that you can also watch. We have also looked at the lovely woodpecker in the tree, the little baby. And of course, we've said hello to you on the live chat also. Don't forget, happy birthday. I haven't forgotten, Beatrice. Happy birthday to you for tomorrow. I hope you get lots of presents and cards. And of course, we have given you a gift as well for you to open on your birthday. Not before your birthday, on your birthday. And I hope you like it. In fact, it is something that Mr. Steve chose just for you. So I hope you will love that. What do we have coming up next? Oh my goodness, we have our big subject coming up today. We are talking all about relationships. And then after that, we are going to play the game that everyone loves to play. We are going to play Guess the Mystery Idiom. That coming up a little bit later on as well. But for now, as I mentioned, we are going to take a look at relationships. We will go through all of the different types of relationships. Quite often in life, well, sometimes it is unavoidable. Have you noticed? Sometimes it is unavoidable creating relationships with other people. Sometimes you can't stop it from happening for various reasons. So we are looking at relationships, and there are many different types of relationship that exists. First of all, let's take a look at the word relate. Because when you relate, well, of course, quite often we will use the relating in a relationship. They are things that connect or go together. First, the word relate is a verb that means to connect or bond in a particular way. A few weeks ago, I did talk about bonding, and this is a good example of that particular thing. Two things that join together in a certain way. To relate is a verb, a connection or common understanding between two or more people. So quite often, relate relates to relationships. I can't put it any simpler than that. One can relate to something such as a certain experience. And I think this is one of the reasons why certain people connect in a particular way. I think if you do share an experience with another person, I think it can bring you closer together. It can actually create a connection. You relate to something. Two people, or more than two people, relate to a certain thing. Two people might share an experience which they can both relate to. They can both relate to that experience. Here are some examples at the bottom, you see. People joining together, relating. For example, maybe a birthday. Maybe people remember their birthdays and they relate to that particular moment of time. Or perhaps something not so happy. Maybe the death of a loved one or a funeral that you went to. Perhaps you meet someone at the same funeral. You meet them and you can relate to that moment. Or maybe you just know another person who has experienced the same situation. To relate, it is a form of connection. And I suppose you can relate over anything really, any life experience. The connection can be social or genetic. I know what you're saying, Mr. Duncan, that sounds very complicated. It isn't. The connection can be social, meeting people, having day-to-day activities where you meet other people, or of course something stronger, some sort of blood relationship to relate to another person through your genes, the things that literally create you and things that also connect you with other people in a very specific way. What the connection is between two or more things, they relate. The relationship between two or more things. So we often describe relate as things coming together, joining in a certain way. The relationship between two or more things, a certain topic, can relate to something else in a particular way. For example, common things that link people or their relationship. So in a person's relationship, quite often there are things that you can both relate to. That is the reason why certain relationships work better than others. Some people can meet, they understand each other, they create a relationship, they have things that they can relate to between each other. And quite often, the relationship will be much stronger if that happens. You can have work connection. Those you work with, people you work with, people you interact with, people you are with on your work day. Work connections, those you work with, your work colleagues. We often describe them as your workmates. Your workmate is the person you work with. Or maybe your work associates, which sounds very formal. That is a very formal way of describing your friend at work. So, work connections. These are all types of relationships we are looking at here. Your work connections are the things that you do during your daily working life. And then, of course, we have social connection, those you meet with, your friends, acquaintances, the people you hang with. Does that sound strange? The people you hang with are the people you associate with, the people you relate to. You know them well. You hang with them. We can also say hang out as well. You can hang out with your friends. Social connections, places that you go to where your friends will also meet. It is all types of relationship. Family connection, your relatives. Well, of course, this is the one that I talked about a few moments ago. When we are talking about genetics, genes, connection, family, blood, family connection, your relatives, your family ties, familial connections. Familial relates to anything connected with family. The people you are related to. There is a wonderful phrase, you can choose your friends, but you cannot. You can't choose your relatives. It is true. A romantic connection is also a type of relationship. A loving bond, a romance. You are a couple. Be as a couple. Exist as two people together in a close relationship. Loving. And then, of course, we have married. Now, some people might argue and say, Mr. Duncan, what does marriage have to do with love? Well, maybe at first you were in love. But as we all know, things can change over time. So romantic connections, they can also be types of relationship. The family relationship is often a genetic one. For example, mother and father. Your mother and father are together and they create you. You are their daughter or son. So they are related to you. The mother and father are together. They are not related, by the way. I suppose I should point that out. The mother and father are not related. Please don't do that. They have a daughter, son, or maybe the daughter and son will be sister and brother. And then, of course, you have your extended family. So even if your family members are extended to maybe the brothers and sisters of your parents, we can still describe them in a certain way. Your auntie is the sister of your mother or father. Or, of course, uncle. Uncle is the brother of either your mother or father. Niece and nephew. This is one that many people get confused by. Your niece and nephew are the children of your parents' brothers or sisters. So they are the children of your auntie and uncle. They are your niece for female, nephew if it's a male. And then, of course, if you are really lucky, if you are a very lucky person, you will still have your grandmother and grandfather. Maybe they are still with you as well, if you are lucky enough to still have them in your life. Your grandmother and grandfather are the parents of your mother and father. Your mother has a mother and father. Your father has a mother and father. The connection here is genetic. You are all related through your bloodline. Your relatives are all connected genetically. An adopted child. So this is where it becomes complicated. An adopted child does not have a genetic connection. However, they might be from a previous marriage. So maybe they are related to the father or the mother, but not both. Quite often a relationship will break up and maybe you will meet someone new and perhaps they have a child or you have a child and you get together. So that child will be described normally as a stepson for a male or stepdaughter for a female. And of course the parents might be the stepmother or stepfather if you are not directly related to them. If they are not your son or daughter, however, they become part of your family because you have married another person. Stepmother and stepfather. I have to say that is a pretty big topic. Of course, there are other things you can do. You can adopt a child from another family and take it in as your own. Family connection can be shown as a diagram. So this is a simple version of something we call a family tree. The family tree is a simple way of looking at all of your relatives, the people that exist in your family, from you, your parents, your grandparents, and then all of your extended family can be arranged in a certain way. And some people can go very far back in their family tree. They can find distant relatives from maybe 100 or 200 years ago. They can find their distant relatives. People they never even knew existed can actually be your relatives. That is something I find rather fascinating, to be honest. People from your family tree. People who are related to you, but you don't know who they are. You have no idea because they were alive in the past, 100 years ago, 200 years ago. Who knows? You could be related to a king or queen from history. And that is one of the reasons why looking into your family tree can be fascinating. There are many ways of enjoying that. Relationships. This is not very happy, but it has to be said. I have to be frank. Relationships come and go. You can create a relationship or break a relationship. You can begin a relationship or end a relationship. Someone you are with, but now I don't like you anymore. You will say,
No,
no,
no, no, no,
no,
no, no, no.
to them. This relationship is over. You might build a relationship. You build your relationship slowly over time. You build a relationship. Or, of course, you can destroy a relationship through a certain action, something you do. You can destroy a relationship. You can enter a relationship. You enter a relationship. You might leave a relationship. So perhaps if you meet someone, you like them, you enter a relationship. Normally, both people will agree to enter a relationship together. They become a couple. They become connected in some way. You can form a relationship. Form. In this sense, we are saying create. You create a relationship. You form a relationship. And of course, if you want to end the relationship, you can dissolve the relationship. You take away that status. You are no longer connected to that thing or that person. You dissolve the relationship. So there are many ways of expressing, describing relationships. And let's face it, let's be honest. We all have relationships. Even if someone is in your life as a relative, even if you are connected to that person through your blood, through your genetics, it doesn't mean you will like them. As I said earlier, you can choose your friends, but you can't choose your relatives. It is true. Yeah, of course it's true, Mr. Duncan. Is it true?
Yes.
Of course it is. Why would I lie to you? Hello to the live chat. We have the live chat here today. Genealogical. Yes, the genealogical tree. Genealogical. Relating to your family members, your distant family members. A very fascinating thing. If you are lucky enough to be able to find your relatives, people from your life or in your family that you did not even know existed. They are connected to you, but you don't even know who they are. And I have to say, it is a fascinating thing, really quite fascinating. We have a lot of people talking, chatting, of course. That is the reason why we are here today, because English Addict is just for you. Thank you very much for your lovely messages today. There are so many people chatting today. In fact, sometimes it gets so busy on the live chat. I actually don't know what people are talking about, because they are having their own conversations, which is good. It's a good thing. Please don't get me wrong. It is a very good thing indeed. We are going to have a look in a few moments at some picture idioms. But of course, I am going to make it hard for you, and you will have to guess what the picture idioms are. We've had a lot of animals today on the live stream. We have had baby woodpeckers. We have had cows. We've even had a human being. But what about the sheep, Mr. Duncan? What about the sheep? Please show us some sheep. Just proving how wonderful the weather is at the moment. And of course, we have the sheep once again at the back of the house. The sheep are back. They are still there now, for those wondering. Mr. Duncan, are the sheep still at the back of your house? Yes, they are. They are still there and having a rather nice time. English Addict is with you. Can I say hello to Xian Bing? Hello, Xian Bing. Talking about learning English. It is good to learn or memorize words. Yes. Something you do over time. You don't have to do too much. However, you can do a little every day. Learn 2 or 3 new words every day. Write them down. Record them with your voice. There are many ways of putting something into your brain. something you learn and then remember. It is possible. But of course, as I always say, it always takes time. That is the big thing about learning anything. Be patient. Don't rush. Take your time. It is okay. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it! I am pretty sure of that. Can you do it?
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. Of course you can. I have faith in you. We are going to play the game in a few moments, the game that everyone loves to play. Guess the mystery idiom. I am going to show you some images, some pictures, and they all relate to well-known expressions in the English language. They are things that you might say in your daily life, expressions, phrases, idioms. They are things you might express at a certain point of time. So that is what we are going to do now. Are you ready to play the game? We are going to guess the mystery idiom right now. Hello, Claudia. I didn't see you there. I'm sorry, Claudia. Hello, Claudia. Welcome. I don't know. I don't know how I didn't see Claudia, but I've noticed Claudia is now on the live chat. Welcome, Claudia. It is nice to have you here today. Of course, always a pleasure, never a chore. Today's interesting selection of picture idioms for you to look at. All you have to do is tell me what the expression is. I think the first one today is quite easy. I think this is an easy one. I think it is. Very easy. So we will see what happens as I reveal today's first mystery idiom. Are you ready? Here it is. Oh. This is something that I am doing next week. Honestly. Yes, I am doing this next week. It is something that you might do for a person who you know, maybe a relative, or maybe even someone who lives very close to you. You might do this particular thing. It is something you do for another person, or maybe a family. You will do that thing for them. Normally, during a certain situation, you will do this. But what is it? Do you know what it could be? It is a very simple picture. All you have to do is say what you see. Whatever you see on your screen, that is the expression. It is. It is something I'm doing next week because my neighbours are going away for a lovely holiday, and I have agreed to do something for them whilst they are away, and that is the expression. Now I thought maybe I am naive, but I thought this was an easy one. I thought this was very easy, but it would appear that no one is answering. So there can be two reasons for that. Maybe all of my audience has fallen asleep, or this is very difficult. Relaxing. Home relax. Yes. Maurizio, you are very close. You have the the idea, but it's something more specific, something more precise, something you do, maybe when your friends go away, maybe when your neighbours go away, and you will do that thing for them. Oh, okay then, Beatrice, that is a very good guess. I like your guess. That is a good guess. I think this is quite hard now. When I created this, I thought it was an easy one, but now I'm having second thoughts about it. If you have second thoughts, it means you rethink the thing that you thought. So if you used to think,
Well, yes.
if you used to think,
Yes.
and now you think,
For the last time, no.
then it means you change your mind. You have second thoughts. You rethink the thing. Here we go then. Here is the answer to the first mystery idiom. I thought this was easy. Valentin. Yes, Valentin, you are very close. Yes, very close. I think you've got the right idea there. Very close. And also the gentle gastronome as well. Here is the answer for you right now. Ah, yes. You are house sitting. You see? House sitting. House sitting means you are looking after someone's house whilst they are away. If a person you know goes on holiday, they might ask you to stay at their house or look after their house whilst they are away. We can describe it as house sitting. House sitting. You are looking after the house whilst your friends go away. To take care of someone's house whilst they are away. You stay in their home whilst they are away. You take care of the house. You are making sure that everything in the house is safe and secure. You sit at the house. That doesn't mean that you stay in the house all the time, but it does mean that you are looking after the house. You are taking care of the house whilst they are away. You are house sitting. Are you ready for another one? No. I suppose I should say that this one is hard. I don't want to make hard ones, but sometimes they have to be. Sometimes they have to be difficult. That's life, you see. You can't have everything easy in life. Here is the second one. Are you ready? Here it is. Now. Here it is. Ah, okay then. Again, just say what you see. Something that happens in your daily life, quite often at work. You might be at work and you have one of these. Just say what you see. What is happening here? You can see something is happening. It relates to a certain thing that happens during your working day. During your working day, or maybe if you are doing a certain task, you will have one of these. You will. But what is it? What is the expression? If you don't know, it's fine. It's okay. If you don't know the answer, it's all right. Because guess what? I will give you the answer in a few moments from now. Mohammed. Hello, Mohammed Dar Haranzima. Or Harney Maria. Your name is very long, by the way. It's a very long name. And I'm very sure, I haven't pronounced it correctly. So what is it? What is it? Something you do every day. You go to work in the morning, and then around about 10 o'clock in the morning, you will have this. It is a common expression in English. It is something that happens every day during your working life. Sometimes you do it in the morning, and then you will do it once in the afternoon. Something you do for a short time during your working day. What is it? The gentle gastronome. That is a very interesting answer, but unfortunately, it isn't the one I'm looking for. What is the mystery idiom? I don't think this is a hard one, but it would appear that it is a hard one. You go to work. Thank you, Inaki. Thank you, Kelu. Thank you also, Samir. Thank you, Samir, for your answer. Interesting. Thank you very much for your guess. Very interesting. But what could it be? In your daily life, you will have this. Quite often in the morning and then also in the afternoon. I will give you the answer right now. Are you ready? Here it comes. The answer is coming on your screen right now. Well done if you got it right. Break time. So you see, break time. Break time is the short break you have in the morning or in the afternoon whilst you are at work. So I remember years ago when I used to work, it's true. Can you believe it? I used to work. I actually used to have a job where I would go to work and spend 8 hours at that place and then come home tired, exhausted. And I would have in the morning, around about 10 o'clock in the morning, I would have break time. And in the afternoon, I would also have a short break time. A little rest from your job. So there it is. That is today's second mystery idiom, break time. Something a person will have during the day whilst at work as a way of resting them. A period of time when someone has a short rest from their work. It is their break time. You have to do it. You have to have a break. If you are working for a long period of time, you must have a break time. In this country, it is the law. Are you ready for the next one? Now, I think this one might be difficult. In fact, I know it is difficult. But once again, as I always say what you see, please. Here it is. Guess the picture idiom. Now this is something that a person might have to face if they have done something wrong. Maybe a person who has broken the rules at work, or maybe a person who has done something wrong. They might have to face the punishment. This is the expression. This is an expression we use in English. If you think you know the answer, give me the answer. A person who might be facing punishment in a certain way, maybe at work, if you've broken the rules, we might use this expression. So once again, have a look. Say what you see on the screen. What is happening in the image? It is today's third. It might also be the last one today. I'm not sure. I will see what happens with the time, if we have enough time. So I think this is an interesting one. Maybe in your work, or maybe in life generally, you might face this situation. Inaki, to jump on their four. Good. It's an interesting guess. So this is a well-known phrase, a well-known expression in English. Anawa. Anawa. Hello, Anawa. Interesting. Your answer is interesting. I like it. I like it a lot. Thank you, Anawa. So if you are in a situation where you might have to face punishment, you might have to face a situation where you will receive some sort of punishment, we will often say that someone is for the high jump. Yeah, you see? For the high jump. A person who is facing some sort of punishment. A person who is about to face punishment for something they did. They are facing discipline. You've been very naughty. You've been a naughty person. You are for the high jump. You are going to get into trouble. You are going to be punished for what you did. You are for the high jump. You do something at work. You break the rules. And now you must face the punishment. You are for the high jump. It is an expression we use often in English. We use it quite often in the English language. I wonder if I have time for one more. Would you like another one? So I will let you decide. Do you want another picture idiom? Is it
Give me a Y, give me an E, give me an F. Yeah!
or, calm down, or, yes or no? Would you like another one? Would you like another mystery idiom? Please let me know on the live chat. Yes, I am back with you next week. Don't worry, I am with you next week. I am with you every Sunday, every single Sunday. I am with you from 2 p.m. 2 p.m. UK time is when I'm back with you. Inaki says, yes, please. Can we have another picture idiom? Okay, I will try my best to squeeze. 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 If you squeeze something in, it means you push that thing. You try to get it to fit in. I will squeeze another one in. Are you ready? Here it is. This is another picture idiom. coming on your screen right now. What happened to my bell? My bell. Here it is then. Here is another one. This is something that happens to me quite often on my live stream. I think it is something that happens a lot to me, especially when I'm in here in my hot studio with all of these annoying lights. These lights are so annoying. They really do annoy me. Especially that one. That one over there. I don't like that light at all. I don't like it. I think maybe after the live stream I'm going to take that light into the garden and have a fight with the light. So what is it then? What is it? Come on. What? Oh, I see. Beatrice says, yes, Mr. Duncan. Can we have another one? There it is on the screen right now. Thank you, Beatrice. Oh, Beatrice has also put forward a guess. We also have the gentle gastronome, Valentin. So this is something that happens to me quite a lot in my life. Quite often, when I'm trying to talk, something will happen. And then you will give this response. You will say, I'm very sorry, but I have one of these. Oh, very interesting. Oh, I think this one was easy. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. Lots of people have put the answer, and I think a lot of people are also correct as well. The answer to this particular mystery idiom is, are you ready? Here it is. Yes, well done. A lot of people got this correct. Super duper. Congratulations. And a super big. That was yes, by the way. Yes, you are correct. A frog in your throat. A person who finds it difficult to speak. The feeling of having something stuck in your throat. Often whilst trying to speak. So maybe you have a fever, or maybe you are nervous, or perhaps you are just not feeling very well. Excuse me. I have a frog in my throat. It means something is preventing me from speaking clearly. You have a frog in your throat. It is a very interesting phrase indeed. So congratulations. If you got that one right, well done. Well done. You did very well there. You have a frog in your throat because it feels as if there is something there. It feels as if something is stopping you from speaking clearly. We can say that you have a frog in your throat. We are going in a few moments from now. It is sad, I know. I know it is very sad. I don't want to go. Do I want to go? Of course not. Will you join me next week?
Yes!
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Yes, you have a frog in your throat. It is an expression we often use when a person finds it difficult to speak. Maybe they have something wrong with their throat. Perhaps they have a fever. You have a frog in your throat. So this happens to me sometimes. Many times during my live streams, I will often find myself with a frog in my throat. It does happen quite often. That is it from me for today. I will see you next Sunday. I hope you've enjoyed today's live stream. Thank you very much for all of your lovely messages. It has been a busy one today because I've kept you company for nearly 2 hours today. Thank you very much. I suppose I should also say, if you want to subscribe, you are more than welcome to do so. Click the subscribe and also don't forget, activate your notifications. Then you will never miss another one of my live streams or anything on my YouTube channel. You will never miss it ever again. Thank you, Maruzio. Thank you, Samia. Thank you also, Inaki. Thank you very much as well. Thank you very much. Beatrice says, we use a very similar expression, but we don't say frog, we say rooster. Really? That's very interesting. You mean like that? Is that what you mean? Very interesting. Yes, it does happen. Sometimes you might get a frog in your throat if you are feeling nervous or a little tense. Sometimes your throat will stop working and your voice will break. It almost feels as if you can't speak. And you will say, I'm very sorry. I have a frog in my throat. That is it. It is time to say goodbye. I hope you've enjoyed today's live stream. I have enjoyed everything that has been going on here today. I am back with you next week and I hope you will join me for that from 2 p.m. UK time. It has been a super 2 hours. I hope you have enjoyed it and I will catch you again next Sunday from 2 p.m. UK time and we will do it all over again. Are you ready for that? I hope so. And of course, until the next time we meet here, you know what's coming next. Yes, you do. Take care of yourselves. Keep that smile upon your face as you walk amongst the human race. And it is nice to be back from my adventures in London. Ta-ta for now. See you next Sunday.
Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat. Learn together and have fun.
Well, yes.
Say goodbye to Duncan and all the lovely words and phrases of the English language. Join with Mr. Duncan on the live